Hi everyone, so today I want to discuss Digimon Frontier, which originally ran from April 7th, 2002 into March 30th, 2003. So really quickly, my history with Digimon as a franchise, I did grow up with it as a 90s child. I did watch Adventure 2, and Tamers, but Tamers is where I tapped out. I did rewatch the Digimon series as a young adult, but again, Tamers is where I tapped out. Rather, pardon me, I did rewatch it as a young adult dubbed, and Tamers is where I tapped out, ignoring Frontier. And I ended up rewatching Digimon, all the first three seasons, and plus some of the movies subbed last year throughout the past couple of years. And again, I ignored Frontier. And in fact, the only reason why I ended up watching Frontier is because I got the Vital Bracelet. And I'm the kind of person who I don't like to spend money because I like to save my money. But I'm not going to lie, a part of me didn't want to get all the dim cards for the Vital Bracelet. But as someone who didn't grow up or didn't watch Frontier, to me, I was kind of thinking to myself, why? They might be Digimon, but I don't have any nostalgic connection, any emotional connection to these characters. And in fact, I kind of, I kind of have negative feelings towards them a little bit, right? This is the characters that came from the series that chose to not have any Digimon partners. So I almost decided to not purchase the dim cards. As I said, I want to be an informed consumer. I made the decision to watch the first couple episodes of Frontier, and if I enjoyed it, I'll make the conscious decision to purchase those Frontier dim cards or not. And lo and behold, I ended up finishing the series off with the episodes. And yes, in case you're curious, I did get the dim cards too. I haven't inputted them into my Vital Bracelet yet, but I do have them. I am looking forward to quote unquote training them. But yeah, so let's talk about the anime. So I'm not going to lie, definitely between the first three seasons, Frontier is the weakest. It's the weakest because it's definitely the one that has a plot that's in service to the plot rather than service to the characters. I would argue the first three seasons of Digimon are very character focused. If you end up not knowing anything about the series, you watch the first three seasons, I would wager that most people they'll end up having some feelings, some connections towards the cast, be it Yamato or Matt from the first season, be it Ken from the second season, or be it from Takato or Henry or Jian from the third season. The same can't really be said. One was to get some connections with the Frontier characters, Junkei, Takaya, Koji, Kouochi, and Izuni, and Tomai. Pardon me, that's the Japanese names. I don't know their English names. This is the only Digimon anime that I've seen and subbed, only not dubbed. One does end up liking those characters, but they just like them because the way that they're written and what they're doing in service of the plot, the overall plot. They really don't have personalities of their own, not compared to the original cast. But despite that, I did still enjoy rooting for. Well, you could only really root for a couple characters at the end, because it is true. It does become the Takaya Koji story at the end. But I still appreciate how the other characters, yeah, they were sidelined, but they were still willing to help, and I think that's really cool. They made the conscious decision to sacrifice, maybe not sacrifice, but to lend their spirits to the Takaya and Koji. But again, even while they were just in their human form, there's a lot of episodes where they were doing their best to help and to assist the two lead chosen children. Um, and the music, I thought the music, I'm watching this. Digimon just has a great way with the music. They have a great soundtrack, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really all I have to say. I did enjoy Frontier. If you're the individual who hasn't seen Frontier because of its different premise, I would just recommend. I would highly suggest to go in with a fresh perspective, with an open mind, and just give it three episodes. If you're not feeling it, if you're not enjoying the arcs or the story within three episodes, more than likely it may not be for you. But yeah, I went from someone who was very neutral. I did dislike Frontier. Then as I got older, I just decided to be neutral about it because I'd never seen it. But now as an adult, I could say I am a fan of Frontier. It's definitely, again, the weakest from the first three seasons, but it's not the worst thing that's out there, nor is it the best thing that's out there. But it is entertaining, and I think at the end of the day, as long as one is able to smile and to have reactions to a piece of medium, I think that piece of medium be it a show, movie, or a novel, I think it served its purpose, right? So if you have seen Frontier, let me know what you think of it. If you're like me and you missed the season when it first came up, but then decided to get into it later on, let me know if your opinion has changed. If you are a fan of it, I am watching Saviors currently. I'm on episode 13 right or 12 right now. I am going to write a, oh not write, pardon me, I am going to make a video about that. I'm not going to lie, between Saviors and Frontier, I actually watched Saviors before Frontier. And the only reason why I went back to Frontier was because of the Vital Bracelet. Again, if it wasn't for the Vital Bracelet. So the Vital Bracelet helping me to maintain a healthy lifestyle and helping me to expand my Digimon perspectives too. Thank you, Vital Bracelet. Truly, it is a wonder of art. No, I'm just joking, obviously. But again, if you want to discuss Digimon Frontier, let me know. I'm looking forward to discuss Savers. Have a great day, everyone, and take care. Hi everyone, so this is actually an addendum to the Digimon Frontier video. I realized I was going out throughout my day and I realized that I did not mention Pokemon or Nemon. And before I actually continue, I think the fact that I want to add to the original video is a statement to, despite it not being the best Digimon season, it's still a very entertaining Digimon season. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to bring up Pokemon and Nemon is because that actually ties in really well to the idea of not being judgmental or uh, viewing or consuming something before one places a conclusion onto it. And what I mean by that is the fact that before I watched Digimon Frontier, I was not neutral about Pokemon. For some reason, I guess his design just kind of irritated me a little bit. Whenever I saw his image or picture or whatever, I was like, oh, who's this wannabe Digimon with a little apron thing that looks like, I don't even know. I never liked him, even though I never saw the show. But wow, after a couple episodes, and my opinion of him quickly changed. He was one of my favorite characters, Pokemon, and I enjoyed him a lot because I really appreciated how he acted like he was a knowledgeable individual. And he was sometimes. He had his little book, and I liked how he had his answers within that. But I also appreciated how when he didn't know the answers, he still pretended that he did have the answers. And there was a lot of couple funny moments where that really shines through. And Iman's another character. I mean, I was neutral about him before I watched the anime, but I like the relationship between the two of them. That you could tell that they're really, excuse me, pardon me, that's a hiccup. I feel like they captured their friendship really well. I feel like a lot of mediums, especially with secondary characters, there's always this. They're not allowed to just know one another. They're not allowed to just to have a professional or plutonic, or just a what's the word for just two friends, just having a friendship or whatever. And it was just funny to see them, just the way they interacted and the dynamic between those two. But yeah, I wanted to include that. And since I'm doing this anyways, one aspect that I really did not like about Frontier going into it was the fact that they turned into Digimon. That really did seem more like a Power Ranger. I know there's a specific genre or a yeah, I think it's a genre or trope within Japanese media, but I don't really consume too much Japanese media, so I wouldn't know. But I do know that they turn into like the magical girl trope or something like that. Basically, the most popular example I could think of is like Sailor Moon. I wonder if Power Rangers falls into that category too. I'm going to assume it does. Excuse me. But yeah, so where essentially the characters turned into the Digimon. One aspect, and minor spoilers for this, but what I really did like about Frontier is by the end it gets revealed that in fact they're not just turning into Digimon, but they're actually combining with a Digimon force. So what I mean by that, a Digimon spirit, and what I mean by that is the fact that the spirits made the decision, they made the choice to form a partnership with these new set of chosen children. And I think that's really cool. When they revealed that, that's made me, I was already liking Frontier up to that point, but that really for me submitted my like for it. Again, it's not a great show. I don't think I love it, but I do enjoy it. And it really did submit my like for it, my liking of it. And by the end of it, they really doubled down on that idea, and I really do appreciate that. The fact that by the end, it's the kind of like it really did remind me. I don't know if you guys have played Final Fantasy. Pardon me, my cat is meowing. Hopefully he's a-okay and it's not a fur ball, but sorry about that. Just because it is a fur ball, I'm gonna go out and pick him up so he's out of the carpeted area. Anywho, as I was saying, oh no, what was I saying? Give me a second, let me think. Oh yeah, it reminded me of Final Fantasy 15 at the end. Spoilers for Final Fantasy 15, but at the end when Noctis has to defeat the spiritual incarnation of Arden, and it's not just Noctis standing by him, but also the quote unquote bros or Gladios, Ignis, and Prompto, and then in addition to that, also Luna Furia, Regis, his Noctis' dad, and then also all the the kings of yore, or the kings who have the rings. They all join forces together to end up cleansing or purifying Arden's spirit. And it kind of did remind me of that when they were fighting Lukimon, Lushi, whatever his name is, pardon me, Lukimon or Lushimon, Fall Down mode, and how the way that they beat the larvae form was with the assistance of the spirits. Essentially, they all made the choice to come out individually and help the chosen children. And again, I just really did like that. I appreciated that. Being able to think about it after making the original video, I do acknowledge that again, this season really wasn't service to the story. So there's a lot of moments where it is very convenient. It is, again, spoilers, but a perfect example is at the end when Kuochi gets reawakened by the tear of Koji. Personally, I did not mind that because again, even though it wasn't service to the story, I think the characters themselves didn't earn that, but I think the story wrote itself okay that it did earn it through the storytelling, if that makes sense. If it wasn't done through the characters, at least the story wanted to show us a specific theme or element, and I think it did earn it through that regard. Yeah, so I believe that is everything. I only made this addendum. Pardon me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Sometimes I don't pronounce words correctly, but I just wanted to make this addendum for Pokemon and Nemon. And since I had this on the spot, let's go ahead and discuss evolutions as well. And yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that's everything I want to discuss, but I think it is. Thank you so much for listening. I already did the ending in my previous one, but in case you guys watched the original ending and this one, of course, you want to discuss anything, please do let me know. Please feel free to send me a message or start a conversation in the comments below. Take care, everyone, and have a great day. Have a digital day. Might as well end it in a cheesy way since I have two endings, right? So have a digital day.